Hello, friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Breck Roll. All right, today's just going to kind of be a slow day today. I'm still kind of recovering from coming back from California. I know it's a couple days later after that, but I'm actually shooting this on Friday. So, what I am going to do today is I got to make a quick trip over to Home Depot. You may recall that a couple weeks ago I put some reflective tape on the posts that kind of support the parking structure that I park underneath, just so I could identify my parking place, especially at night, because it's kind of hard to tell which is which. Well, it turns out that the apartment complex has been replacing some of the poles that support the carports because I guess over the years people have run into them, and so many of them were on the verge of folding in half, and if that happened the parking structure would collapse onto people's cars. So unfortunately the pole that I placed the stickers on a few weeks ago has been removed and replaced, so I got to get new ones. So, like I said, it's just a simple little thing, a little Home Depot trip, and about $5 worth of parts. But we're gonna go do that today, and then I don't know. I'll figure out what else we're gonna do today and try and come up with something good for the video. So it's been more than 5 days since I actually discovered a problem, but I've been out of the house for 8 days in the past couple weeks, so it isn't really fair to give him credit for not making mistakes just because I wasn't here to find him. You may recall last time I did this that I spent a bunch of time trying to find this tape, and actually this is where I discovered how different the people in Texas are than the people of California, because when I was in here looking for this, it evolved into a 15-minute conversation about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So I don't know, at least I know where to look this time. All right, so we've succeeded in getting the new reflective stickers put onto the pole by the carport. That went off pretty smoothly. Shouldn't be a problem now because I'm assuming they're not going to replace the pole again. I also called the Pods Corporation today to make a arrangement to gain access to my last box on Monday, and fortunately, because I know apparently more about the Pods Corporation than the people who work there, we avoided ahead of time another mistake. The person I talked to on the phone was about ready to sign me up to be able to come up tomorrow to pick it up. Well, tomorrow is Saturday, and history has repeatedly told me that Pods doesn't work on Saturdays. So if I hadn't pointed that out, and if she hadn't gone and looked at the actual schedule, I probably would have ended up having to drive all the way over to the Pods place, and just to find out I couldn't do anything. And that's the only reason that didn't happen is because apparently I know more about the company than they do. That's really sad. You'd think that the first thing you do when you're setting up an appointment for someone to access their box is look to make sure they're open. That just seems like common sense, but this is what we've been dealing with Pods. Another potential mistake that, in this case, I was able to prevent before it became an issue. So, yeah, that's the way it goes. And of course, everybody likes seeing the kitty cats, and since we haven't really had a chance to check them out since we got back from California, here's one of them still hanging out in the box. I do believe that she likes the shelves, but she still is. This is still kind of her safe place. So it's funny, when I came home the other day, when I walked in the house for the first time, I heard two sets of cats hopping off the shelves. They were clearly up there, but I don't know. This is still the place they prefer. So whatever. That's right. You just take a nice nap. And of course, I didn't quite see Byte, so that means he's probably in one place. He's probably hanging out behind the couch. So let's see if that's where he is. All right, so after looking around for a while, he wasn't behind the couch, but I guess I've discovered a new hiding place. Behind the DVD shelf. You're probably the one that keeps pulling the plug out of my NOAA radio here, aren't you? Because that's that plug right there that you're like leaning on right now, isn't it? You're the one that keeps doing that, right? You're the reason why when I came home the weather radio was dead again, the batteries were dead. Because you unplugged the cord and the batteries drained themselves because there was no power source. Oh, Byte, you're a handful. So I decided something I'm going to do today. I think I'm going to go get myself a new set of shoes. I have a pair of shoes that I'm wearing right now that are all right, but they're starting to get to the point where they're a little ratty, and I'm going to have a new job at some point here in the future. And I probably should have a new set of shoes to go do that. So let's go do that. We're gonna go hit the Richland Mall, which I don't know. Sounds like all malls in this country are kind of dying a slow death. So we're gonna help them a little bit by giving them a little business today. Let's go. Gotta say, those don't feel too bad. They're comfortable. Well, that was disappointing. I found 2 pairs of shoes in there I wanted to get, and I was probably going to get both of them, but I turned around and there were like 6 salespeople just hovering around me like vultures, and I asked them, hey, can you just like give me a little space? And they said, well, that's our job. We got to do that. It's like, okay, fine. I'll find somewhere else. Whatever. If I can find the shoes that easily at one place, I'll find them somewhere else. Bad move. So yeah, I'm just a little weird that way, I don't need to have somebody hovering over me when I'm buying something. It bugs me and it just makes me feel like I'm a thief. So, whatever, that's a bad move. I understand maybe they have a huge crime problem and stuff like that, but you know what? I don't know. I just don't do that. Plenty of other shoe stores in the ocean. Sorry, shoe department, if that is your real name, but that's not how it's done. See what I did there? I was just walking by this place and they have a black light golf course in here, kind of like the Kiss mini golf and the Twilight Zone mini golf Jordan and I did in Vegas. Checked it out. It's kind of cool in there. I'll have to check them out sometime. Alright, so those are pretty comfortable too. They don't look too bad. They're comfortable to wear. A little bit more expensive than what I would have gotten at that other place, but I guess you got to pay for not being the lunch. So at the end of the day, these were a little bit more expensive, but actually when I got up to the checkout counter, there was some sort of a discount going on with them, and they came down to about the price I would have paid at that other place. So, not too bad of a deal. JCPenney, you came through. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow on Escaping the Mouse. Good night.